Oh, yes.
Okay, well, first of all, can I thank everyone for coming today. It marks fairly close to 50 years since the park was originally opened, and I'm delighted to see the chairman of the committee that's been in charge of all this, Councillor Liz Gray, here, and a number of local councillors too, Councillor Mountney and so on. Because I think this has been a really, really important part of Wirral. It's certainly been a part of Wirral since I grew up. I can remember when I was a scout, if you can imagine that. I remember we used to have a camp for leaders down in Heswell. And I remember when we were down there, we were all stuck in the back of a bus and we were sent up to this stationary area where we all joined in, cutting back brambles and so on, because the big plan was to have a country park. And I'm even delighted that this, of course, was the first Wirral Country Park in the country that had been agreed when the proposal was set. And so, since 1968, when the park opened, they were creating what would become, as they described it, and these are the actual words, a park of great work. And over 50 years later, the park continues to be one of Wirral's most important, and I believe, treasured assets, and has met the aspiration of those forward-thinking planners. And they weren't forward-thinking, so they were completely new, who did indeed create this park and a park of great work. It's meant so much to people, and who would have thought, when they were putting the park together, that the actual Wirral Country Park would become so important to people during a pandemic? I mean, it was incredible, the value, the well-being that people derived from being able to walk along enjoy the walk along the park, come to places like this, socially distanced of course, but actually just somewhere where they could get out of the houses, be in the open, and actually see what life was all about. And Wirral's always been proud of this wonderful park. And the employees, I particularly want to thank the employees and the volunteers that do so much to keep it such a lovely jewel in Wirral's crown. And I think we do actually have, I remember, unfortunately Joe's not here, but I remember going around with Joe with the widening project. I don't know whether you know this, but we do have a counting meter, don't we? So we can actually count how many people actually use the park. And the figures obviously during the pandemic went really very high, but they've continued at that rate because so people have, if you like, rediscovered the park, and it means so much to them. So it's been a huge benefit to the area, not only because it's a lovely place, but because of all the well-being, the benefits to well-being that it brings. And the beautiful, well-maintained areas are, in my opinion, why people choose to live and work on Wirral. And I thank Liz and the officers, Nikki and so, for the care, and Matthew obviously, the care they take of our parks and how important they are, and how they are continued to be maintained and continued to be valued. And so here, I'm delighted to rededicate this memorial stone to all the staff, past, present and future, who manage Wirral Country Park, a much loved asset and one of the true jewels in Wirral's crown. So I think we're probably about ready to do that. Oh, and Paul's telling me I have to display this, our important bag. So I think, should we do a, oh, there we go, got it now. Should we do a countdown? I always like a countdown. It's not a 5. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And there we go. It's one of the skills I've learned during the 12 months as being mayor. So thank you very much. Thank you, Matthew. Thank you, everyone involved. Thank you.